Hello survivors and welcome to another video. In today's video we are playing on the Barbarian. We will be doing a max curse, max danger build for everyone. It is only going to be a cycle 0 build though, because it is something weird and wonderful. So we've been doing some weird things lately on Soulstone survivors, and the last thing we did was a mono fire build with Pyromancer, and Dugbo suggested maybe doing every single element. We have done fire, we've done poison and doom as well. One of the skills we haven't done is electric, so that's where we are today. We are sitting on the Barbarian. We are using his Tempest axes, battle axes. They do give us a lot of crit and crit damage with some movement speed. So I thought, let's roll with the crit as well as Thunder Slash, which has, not Thunder Slash, a lot of electric, which deals a lot of dazed, and damage per day stack. So we're going to run with that. The skills we're actually going to be using are going to be part of the Monkey Kings and the Elementalist skills, as well as the Pyromancer. So you do have to have Pyro, Elementalist and Monkey King unlocked to use these exact skills. If not, you can change them out and use other ones, but the main one is probably going to be either the Pyromancer or the Elementalist, so you do have to have one of them, and that is because they've got the skills that deal damage based on the number of days stacks. They've got Overcharged Blast, and then there's also Core Lightning. I'm going to be using Core Lightning today with Lightning Beam. We're going to be using Lightning Field as well as Nimbus Lightning, and then whatever skills we could get from here. We get Lightning Surge, so all damage is turned into dazed. The cooldown, because my skill tree, is always under 10 seconds, so we don't even need to worry about getting anything else for Lightning Surge. It will be up all the time, and then you can look at any other skill that you want to go with that. Otherwise, there is always Thundering Slash if you don't have those characters, which does do dazed stack damage as well. So let's get straight into it. The runes firstly are unconventional start, skill inclination electric, and then the skill mastery with the skills we just mentioned. And then because we are running crit, we're going crit mastery, multicast mastery, vulnerable exploit, and vulnerable target. Max curse, max danger. Let's do it. Alright, first we land up getting Core Lightning. We are going to grab it very first, just because that's going to allow us to get all of the necessary upgrades to it. Every skill that we take, or every upgrade that we're going to be taking, is going to be cast frequency and multicast for every single skill. And then when we see damage, we want it to be on Core Lightning, because we're trying to do the most amount of damage with Core Lightning and get the most amount of stacks of dazed. We want damage Core Lightning and then multicast cast frequency on absolutely everything else. But before we put any points into anything, you can already see we're sitting at 141 crit chance and 422 crit damage. So we definitely crit every single hit. And then we also got to see, okay, well, we can, let's actually do this the other way around. So lock that and grab that first. So we are getting, we're already nearly 2 hits crit, or 2 crits every single hit. And that's going to be fantastic for us because we want those juicy crits. Alright, area of effect. I don't know if it does affect it. We'll take it and we'll see. I think it does, because the beams will hit a larger area when they're coming towards us. And that could be very good for when we get to the bosses as well. Thunderclap, no. There's Lightning Surge. We can grab ourselves another Swift just for the defenses. Again, as you can, actually the cooldown isn't below there, so we will grab it. We could grab 1 duration. I think it might be better to go for cooldown instead. We will be grabbing cooldown anyway, so we might as well just go with that. I think we need like 1 or 2 uncommon cooldown upgrades, and we should be in a good spot there with that skill. So not too worried about the cooldown there. It does only give us dazed on everything. We already nearly have dazed on absolutely everything. I think the only 1 or 2 skills, the main skill being, Core Lightning, doesn't affect or get proc dazed stacks. It only uses them to deal damage. So, having that extra when it's cast, it deals its own dazed. But there you go, it's already down to the cooldown, and we're going to grab ourselves Lightning Bolts for now. I think we will swap it to something else when we can, just because I do believe there are better skills out there. But there's the damage over there. Lightning Bolt 2.9 seconds. I think that might be a little bit too slow. We do have Nimbus as well. Alright, so here are the bosses. We do just have to be careful of the chaos bombs over there. And then what we want to do is every time core lightning procs, we want to try and dash through the bosses just so that we can get them hit with all of those lightning strikes, because you know that's what our main damage is. So there they are, and through the bosses we go, and they're already dead, which is fantastic. And we got a whack ton of level ups over there. So crit chance, beautiful. We could go Thundering Slash instead of Lightning Bolts, but I think we would need quite a bit more area of effect, which we don't have right now. Cast frequency, beautiful to see. Damage, focus on core lightning, like we said, and then we can grab ourselves a little bit of block. Multicast, beautiful to see. Even more cast frequency, and then I think we're going to grab the lightning, the crits over there, and area of effect for that. Beautiful. Now, if we were planning on going into like an overlord cycle or something like that, we would get a little bit more defenses along the way. It's probably one of the easiest way to survive, is just get as many defenses as possible as early as well. As long as your damage is enough to kill things, that will pick up later on as well when you get those rare upgrades and things like that. So cooldown is already there. We can banish that. We don't need the damage over there. So we're actually going to reroll. We got quite a few. There's a cast frequency and area of effect. I think we can actually grab that, but we want the damage on core lightning as well. Ooh. Don't need the potency, and the damage over here we don't really need either. We'll grab the area of effect. Again, don't need the damage increase. Not the end of the world. I mean, we can grab it if you wanted to. You could have locked it and grabbed it, but the area of effect has much more value to us than the other upgrade did. Alright, so let's re-roll here, see what we get. We get some lethality. We're going to grab the cast frequency over there. I know it sounds crazy, guys, but this damage over here, yes, it does make a difference long term, but for runs like this where we're just trying to get as much dazed onto the target as possible and get core lightning to be our main damage source, and for that to deal the most amount of damage, we need to get multicast and the cast frequencies and crit and things like that going instead. So we don't really need the other skills to do damage. I think the core lightning's damage will be sufficient. I mean, you can see how much damage it actually does. Huge amounts of damage coming from the skill. Okay. I think the only difference between using like the slash version is that the Thundering Slash is more reliable in terms of its DPS output, because you don't have it kind of wavering around the place like we do with these. I'm going to grab both of these actually. Do we want? No, we'll just grab Expansive. A nice, beautiful, rare damage upgrade for core lightning over here. That is gorgeous to see. And I do wonder if we can hit 200% crit chance before the end of the round. That will be really cool. And it's really nice to use these runes again, you know, like the crit mastery, vulnerable target, and vulnerable exploit. It was always fun back in the day before we got the ascensions to run these runes. That were some of the strongest runes in the game, especially because of just how much they did for us. What do we need? Go for the cast frequency. I'm going to banish this damage because it's coming up way too often. Area of effect for lightning fields is very good. Allows us to start applying dazed. I was going to say doom. Doomsed. Oh my goodness. Alright, so there's more crit. 173% crit chance. Beautiful to see. Also because of, I think it's because of vulnerable target. Do we not get more dazed? I mean, more crit. I'll double check now when we do it. I think it does work that way. We just need to find another crit node. Okay, cast frequency. go down this way. I didn't actually pick these up. That sits in the corner here. I think one of the nice things about Max Danger is it does kind of force you to move around a bit more, and that is what the developers wanted. They wanted people to stop cornering the entire time, and you know, us corner lovers just can't stop, so we play on a little bit of an easier difficulty, even though, I mean, it doesn't really matter if you play hard danger or 36 curse intensity, I mean max curse or 36 curse intensity. There isn't any difference between the two in terms of max rewards that you get. The only difference is you might get a certain amount of more, I mean a slight amount of more prestige and things like that, but it's marginal, where it's actually easier to do it on 36 curse intensity, and that way you'll actually get more because you're more likely to finish the runs. I'm looking for crit. Come on, game. Just one more crit. So we can test this the crits. Seeing if vulnerable target gives us the crit that I think it gives us. Okay, we don't need potency. Let's re-roll here. There's a crit, so we're supposed to get 4%, so it would be 177. If we click on it, it goes to 177. Alright, so that's not something that goes up with your actual crits that you get. So that's a bit unfortunate. It would have been cool, so it just gives you a flat 25% chance, which is still very, very helpful. Or it just multiplies on your base, and because we picked something up, it didn't work. Or because of the way that the scaling works. We'll have to double check again when we pick up the next one. Alright, and just dash through all of the bosses with the core lightning, and you can see the damage it deals. It's so gorgeous. I love skills like this. More damage, beautiful to see. Let's see what else we can do over here. We can just grab some block because we are taking quite a bit of damage. There's cast frequency, and there is we're gonna grab that one and see if it goes up by the 4% again or more, because it could have rounded down the damage, the crit that we received, due to the way that the maths works in this game. So let's take a look. It's 177, so it should go to 181. We click it and it's 181. Alright, it's not rounding it down. It's just not working the way maybe it should have. Not should have, but it's not a multiplicative rune. Gotta double check these things, you know, because you're never sure. Cast frequency. Let's go destroy the tower. Pillar of protection. Done and dusted in seconds. That's perfect. We're not really worried about the purple or red pillars. They just shoot meteors at us, which are easily dodgeable anyway. We've got more than enough movement speed to not even worry about dodging. The dodging only comes on the bosses. In terms of damage, a vulnerable target didn't really give us more damage than using something like Divine Legacy. So I'm not really, time-wise, we did use Divine Legacy, the exact same skills as well, and we never really, I mean, it's a couple of seconds saved, but other than that, it just felt the same. So just really depends on what runes you want to run. You can run Divine Legacy as well to get those legendary runes, but as you can see, the damage is more than enough to handle an under 8-minute max danger, max curse run. So let's see Core Lightning's damage at the end of this. Looking at 370 million damage. It shouldn't really have a little bit of overkill damage, which is interesting because it doesn't have any, I guess Electrified did stuff. But there you go, Lightning Discharge coming in second place because we got so much Electrified anyway. And that is that. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.